Hi, this is Harish here. Welcome to DB2 TSA MP tutorial part 2. In this tutorial, I'm going to talk about how to install DB2 and TSA in non-GUI mode, so non-graphical installer mode. The scripts that I'm using, the data files that I'm using are available for freely download at db2lewacademy.blogspot.in. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/db2lewacademy. This slide talks about the problem scenario and the points to consider. So it's a continuation of TSA tutorial part 1. So first thing I would like to say is refer to the TSA tutorial part 1 for prerequisites and whatever the cautionary statements like that. I have given some in that video, so you can watch that. And pretty much the same thing what happened in that video is what we are going to do here, but using different methods. So there we in the part 1 series, in the part 1 tutorial I have demonstrated how to do install db2 TSA in one shot together and using GUI, so graphical installer. Now we are going to do without graphical installer. The same versions, obviously db2 11.1.4.4 on RHEL 7.6, and it is for demonstration and learning purpose only. Please do not compare with enterprise setup. And here we are going to, okay, one thing to consider is db2 underscore install script is deprecated. So that is a like a text based way of installing db2, but that is deprecated, so I'm not going to use that. So it's deprecated, but still it works perfectly. So if you want, you can use that script as well for your installation, but I'm not going to demonstrate that. Deprecated is IBM way of saying that it will be released, it will be removed in the later releases. So I'm not going to demonstrate that. And another thing to note is we are going to do response file installation of db2 using the db2 setup tool only. The db2 setup tool is the GUI tool. So we'll use the GUI tool to generate the response file, and we'll actually install the db2 using the response file. So even though when I say it's a non-GUI mode, there is an element of GUI in it, at least for the initial stage, at least for getting that response file. But if you are an expert or something, like if you know the response file well, it is only a text file, so anybody can prepare that, but the format and other things, like what kind of keywords should go in, right? Sorry. So that, if you are aware of that, if you have some sample response file, we can check for sample response file in the installation media. If we have that, then we can go ahead and modify that. But in any case, we'll generate the response file and we'll do the setup. And one more thing is, like, we'll do, for example, db2 installation we'll do first with the response file, and TSA we will install it later on the existing db2 installation. So that is what we are going to try here in this part. And this is a different server in which we are trying. So there are two RHEL servers. So one is the machine name Tiger, which was used for the TSA tutorial 1, and in this demonstration I'm going to use another RHEL server, which will be like my standby machine. The name is Dragon. The machine name is Dragon. Okay, so without much delay, we'll get into the demo. So we'll log in into the system. Okay. So here again the same prerequisites. I have installed NTP. I have installed Conch shell. I have installed all the stuff like the prerequisite softwares and everything, which I have already covered in the part 1. So I'm not going to go through that again. So here what I'll do, I'll run the db2 setup utility. Okay, let's just run the prerequisite check and just make sure that everything is working fine, like all the prerequisites are met on the system. So we'll check that, which I have already done. So you can see that Red Hat prerequisite for SAMP is all met on the system, and I have already talked about these warning messages. You can ignore that. Okay, fine. So the prerequisite is done. So now we'll run the db2 setup utility, and we'll just run it in the GUI mode. Okay, so this is to generate the response file. I'll not be installing the product. That is the only difference. And even though when I say it is a non-graphic installer, we still need to generate this response file, which I have already told you. So for generating of the response file, we need a GUI environment. Otherwise, if you have some in the installation media, I have not checked it actually in the installation media. like this folder, right, which contains the installer software. Somewhere inside they should have provided the response file, so it should be there, but I don't know, I didn't give a good search, but I just leave that to you. So any case, I just wanted to show you how to, even in the worst case scenario, if we want to generate a response file, we need to be aware of that. So I'm going to in any case demo that. And this is a Java installer. It's going to be real slow, and I'm not using a very powerful machine, so please be patient. And please be patient, this video is also going to be a little bit slower only. The video is going to be a little bit lengthier. Last time I think the part 1 tutorial was about 30 minutes or so, so I don't know, this is also going to take something similar along those lines. So please bear with me, and till the installer comes up. So our goal is, in this TSA tutorial, our goal is, we have already in part 1 we have set up the server 1, or the Tiger server, which is for our primary. We'll use it as a primary. We have installed the product already over there, and this is our second server, which will this is the name of the server is Dragon. The machine name is Dragon. Again, that is going to be the standby machine, and TSA will automate between the Tiger machine and the Dragon machine. The automation stuff, like the system automation, will work by switching the roles and other things. So we'll be configuring that using Haiku utility. That is the overview. So DB2 11.1.4 server edition, yes. And it is taking some time. Okay, I'll go with custom. So this is the same thing. So I'm not going to create an instance. I'm just going to install the product, and I agree to that. And I'm not going to install TSA. So that is one thing that we are doing different here. So go to server support. Guardian is not required. Flash copy is not required. Tivoli is not required as of now, because I'm going to install only DB2. So if I have an existing DB2 installation, how will I add a TSA MP to it? So that is what I'm trying to do here. So getting started is not required. Federated is not required. Update service is not required. Okay, next. Yeah, this is the one. So instead of saying install DB2 server edition on this computer and save my settings in a response file, I'm going to say save my installation settings in a response file without installing any software, and the response file goes to the location /root/db2. So we can change it, actually. We can change /home/redhat Red Hat. So that is the location, home Red Hat db2 server.rsp. Okay, so we'll view the full summary. What are all the components that we have selected and everything. Tivoli SAMP is no, which is what we want. So finish. That's it, done. So you can see that a response file should be there. Yeah, you can see. I can even show you the contents of the response file. So more db2 server.rsp. So this is how the response file look. So it's only text based file, so it carries all the location, path, and what are all the components that you have selected. So here you will find that the TSAMP is not there, so because we didn't select it, and pretty much that's it. So this is a very simple response file. So obviously it's not too difficult to type it out, so I don't know. So okay, so what else I can do? Yeah, so now everything is done. So I'm going to now okay, where am I? I'm in Red Hat, so I need to be in server T folder, and I can run the same db2 setup utility with -r and provide the location /home/redhat/db2 server.rsp. So the setup utility will read the response file and take whatever the necessary things, or what component needs to be installed, what needs to be installed where. All the information is contained in the response file, and it will start the installation. So this is more like a text based installation. You can see that I'm not using any GUI. Oh, I should have. Anyways, we'll forget it. Okay. Okay. So actually, I have a putty session here. So I should have demonstrated that over here. So this is the install utility that I was talking about. So you can install using that also, but that's a deprecated utility, so I'm not going to do that. So I should have run the DB2 setup utility from here. Okay, from the putty session, which actually I planned to do that, but somehow I forgot and I just went ahead and did that here itself, which is like, this is a bad thing. Okay, so any case, it's just, you know, it's the same command that you're going to run on this putty session, so it's not that different, so you don't need to worry about it. So okay, so let's check that. And so yeah, obviously it started the installation. You'll have to wait for me patiently here. So that's the thing. So you'll have to wait so there is no kind of a, I don't know how to make it display some progress, like some kind of progress or something, if you want to understand like what is happening, like is it going through all the components and all that, right? So it would be helpful if it is coming up with something like that, but I don't know. Let's see if I can figure that out, because there should be some file in the temp directory. It should create like a db2 setup.log. See, you can see, but there are multiple db2 setup.logs, so I really don't know which one is getting used, so let's look at the timestamp, and if we can figure out something from there. So db2 setup, yeah, this is the latest log file, so we'll just try to see what is there, the content of this log file. Okay, see, you can see that it is installing. Okay, so definitely it's doing something, but I don't know. But that's not a reliable, it's still not 100% reliable, but these are the log messages. So okay, I don't know. Let's check whether the installation is complete. It's still it's still taking a lot of time. Okay, that is expected. Okay, so in the meantime, I'll tell you. So this setup utility, and we have chosen the setup utility not to install TSAMP, so it will be installing only DB2. So once the DB2 setup is done, we'll be installing TSA component on top of this DB2 installation, for which we'll be using the, there is a script available. I think, actually I forgot the name. I think it's install SAM. That's the script name. And that script, okay, you can see the execution completed successfully, so obviously there are no more errors, and you can also see the log file. So let us copy that log file, and we'll go here and say more. Oops, wait, it's not coming. Okay, so you can see this is the one we have selected, all products, what are all the components, custom installation, installing. Okay, this is the one I was looking for. So installing db2 file sets, executing control tasks, updating global registry, fault monitor, blah 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 blah. Okay, so all done, everything is looking smooth, and so let's run db2 ls. Yes, it's all done, and opt ibm db2 11.1 is the location. So the db2 product is installed as of now. So the next thing that we need to do, as I told you, is to look for something like cd db2. So you will have to go into this location. The server T is where you uninstall, where you extracted the installation media. So inside that you have to go into db2. Inside that you will have to go into Linux. So this is the TSAMP portion of installation. So inside the Linux so inside that, the platform, we'll have to go into that particular platform, and cd tsamp, what is that? Yeah, this is the one. So this is the location. So home red hat server underscore t. So this is your home directory. So this is where this is the extraction directory. So once you extract your media or the installer, it creates a directory server underscore t. Inside that db2, inside that linux amd64, inside that tsmp. So we'll copy this location. So copy that, and what we'll do is we'll go here to that location, and so from here also, so we want to install now tsamp. So you can use the prerequisite SAM and run that. This has already been run actually. So you can see that all requisites for ITSAMP installation are met on the operating system. We validated this already using the prerequisite check itself, because the prerequisite check utility calls the prerequisite SAM utility as well. SAM utility is the system automation for multi-platform. I think that could be the explanation. That could be the abbreviation. So now after that we can run install SAM. I don't know. Let us check the help file. Like if there is any help. It says no license check, no upgrade. -d install package directory -log file. So what I'm going to do is go with some default option. I'm not going to say anything like that. And before going to do that, let's go to our home directory and let's check in the OPT folder. So what kind of folders it has created. So you can look in the other locations, my computer, OPT. So OPT it has created, I don't know what is this RH, nothing is there. IBM DB2. So this is your typical DB2 installation stuff here. Okay. So we'll run install SAM from the putty session. So we are in root user, that is one important thing. And SAM is currently not installed. A general license agreement specifically will show. Scroll down using line by line or space bar at the end of, I don't know, select enter to continue. Okay. Again, this is a trial version, so I'm gonna uninstall after 90 days. So this is just for educational purposes. I'm doing that. So, and I'm not making generating any revenue from YouTube videos. I'm not even enabling monetization on my videos. So purely educational purpose. Okay, I think it's saying a lot of things. Okay, now to accept all the preceding license and the thing type Y. Okay, enter. Done. So it started installing. See, RSCT, that is the one I was telling. RSCT is the reliable, scalable cluster technology. So that TSAMP is in turn using that RCST. So see, these are all set of RPM files, and it is for the 64-bit platform, and it is trying to extract all these things. It's doing this installation thing, and you can see that over here in OPT. See, this is the RCST that I was talking about. So this is the RCST, or the cluster technology software. And something we should check here. RCST bin. No. RCST bin. Do you find anything called as SA policies? Okay. I don't know. RCST bin DB2, or at least do I find any DB2? Yeah, I don't think anything is there. I don't know. Let me check. Let us first install the TSAMP and then we'll check. Okay. It's still doing a lot of things. Okay. See, so when you're installing the TSAMP using this command line, you'll have to do two things. One is to run the install SAM utility. Another thing is you'll have to install the HA scripts, the high availability scripts that will be used by the TSAMP. I am not 100% sure about whether that install SAM utility itself will install the DB2 HA scripts. So it says, see, everything evaluation period is 90 days. It has installed everything. The installation has completed. All packages were installed successfully. That's what we are seeing. So if I say SAM version now, yes, CT version, so it's done. So it's as simple as that. So But yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. So in OPT, the small IBM folder is for the DB2 installation, and it has created one IBM folder with uppercase, and RCST is for your reliable scalable cluster technology folder, and this is where the TSAMP component goes in. So SAM, I think this is the SAM adapter, SAM status. So this is some SAM system automation for like that folder here. This is the place where it got installed, and if you want to uninstall, you can use uninstall SAM script. So that is the one. So obviously this TSAMP thing is not there. So there is a I don't know, I forgot the location. I think it is inside bin. How do I say okay, how do I say arrange my folders first? I don't know. How do we do that? I have no clue. Okay, file, preferences, sort folders. Yeah. So if you go here, you should see some RCST. Do you find any DB2 folder here? SA policies. Yeah, here. OPT, RSCT, SA policy. You have an NFS server, you have for Oracle, you have for SAP. So these are the scripts that I am talking about. So I don't know. So there are certain scripts that will be used by the TSAMP from here. So you can look at those things here. This is bin directory. So there should be some scripts available. See, these are all the properties file. I don't know. So I'm not aware about these things, but definitely one thing I could say is OPT, RCST, SA policies should have a DB2 folder, because the HA scripts is not getting installed. So when you look at our previous tutorial, we installed DB2 and TSAMP from same installer. Even if you use the response file installation, we chose not to install TSAMP. If we had chosen to install TSAMP along with DB2 from the installer, the scripts would have been already installed, okay, by this time. But since we are doing as two separate installations, it installed only the DB2 components, and now it has installed the RCST and the TSAMP component, SAM component. It has installed, but it has not installed the scripts specifically, which we need to install. So that script location is available here, I guess. That script is available in OPT IBM DB2, and this is where we install the product, like the DB2 product, right? So when we install the DB2 product, so this is a different location. Please take care of take a note of all these locations, because it is a different one. So OPT IBM DB2, see, this is small case IBM, which means this is where the DB2 product got installed, not the SAM product or not the RCST product. This location is different location, which is your DB2 product install location. Inside that, v11.1 install TSAMP. That is the folder that I am talking about. So copy that and come back here, cd to that location. So here you should find the script file db2. I think it is more like a Conch shell script. So db2 cptsa. Yeah, it is like a Conch shell script only. It's like a shell script. So we can clear that. So this will install, hopefully this will install the, this will install, it should install the, okay, you need HA scripts. These scripts are located at this location. Database product successfully installed the HA script. No action is required. So it's saying something. I think it did it. So user sbin rc. See, this was the location I was telling you. So let's go to that location. Yeah. So earlier these are the Conch shell scripts. And if you remember, this is why they were saying when you install the DB2 product, Conch shell is required, because all these scripts are written in Conch shell. So this is the HADR automation thing, and you know, even for NFS server something is there, mount point monitoring is there. I don't know all of these things, but the HADR is what for your HADR automation, and this is for the DB2. If the instance gets you'll have to monitor your instance, right? So whether some crash is happening on the instance, and you want to automatically start the instance, you want to stop the instance, for and even HADR start stop. So all these things, there are scripts available. So you can go and look in the GUI as well. So this DB2 folder was not there. Like if you scroll like 2 or 3 minutes before, I would have shown you the DB2 folder was missing, and because of our execution of the DB2 CPTSA script, these are the scripts that got created. So obviously you are seeing the same thing, okay, the command line and these are the scripts you are seeing. So that's it. So we have installed DB2 in a command line non GUI mode, and we have also installed the TSAMP, and we have installed the RCST, and we have installed the scripts that are required for the TSA automation. It is very simple. So that's it. So we have set up the Dragon server. So we are all done here. Okay, hope this information was useful. So then in the next video, we'll be looking at creation of instances, configuration of database, creation of databases, HADR databases. You have to do a primary and standby first. After that, the next video, we will look at how to configure Haiku for those instances. See you in those video tutorials. Until then, bye-bye.